The lab, because of the sensitivity of this issue, ran 2 tests.
Nice.
The results are as follows. In the case of Manser versus Sear, Mr. Manser, you are not his father.
Menson was relieved by the DNA results, as it shows that he isn't a father to Dylan. But the next part comes as shocking as it gets.
5 years in prison. Dylan, I'm sorry, bro. This is why. This is why I did what I did.
But this is not...
She should be convicted of some crime.
No, I should not. I didn't.
That is fraud.
Mr. Manser,
That is fraud.
I know you're upset.
He spent 5 years in prison for not paying child support for a child that wasn't his. He believes that initial results were tempered, and he took the fall for such. But there is more.
Miss Sear, do you know?
Yes, ma'am.
You know who his father is?
Yes, I talk to him still.
What? She just admitted to knowing the actual father all this time, and that she is still in contact with him, and sent an innocent man to prison for 5 years.
5 years in prison. And then I say, do you know who your son's father is? And you say, yes, I'm still in touch with him. That is a really huge pill to swallow.
Welcome back to the channel. You see the information on the screen, so you know what I'm about. So let's get into it. So this video is going to be a quick one, primarily to the men. All right. So if you've been hanging around my channel for a while, I do talk about marriage. I believe in marriage. I do believe that there are really great women in the world. I think, unfortunately, our media, not just social media, leans into a lot of the bad behaviors of a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of bad women. And it leans that way because it creates more drama. And we all love drama, right? And I've even noticed, like I say, on my channel, I try to avoid drama. And therefore, my channel grows a little bit slower than others. And because my goal is really to help you get married well, and then stay married forever. But it's really interesting because I go through these things and I talk about these things, and a lot of times people still do what they want to do. And I'm always, to some degree, I will beat up on the women every once in a while. And I know they don't like it. But in this particular case, I want to make sure I'm talking directly to the men. So very first, before we start anything, I feel like what this woman did was absolutely horrible. It was horrible. Okay. And you can see on her face that she doesn't care. And that's one of the things that's always frustrating for a lot of men. Now, I will say there are women that do care. There are. But this is why I even tell men, why are you attracted to woman A versus woman B, right? And that's really important because all women are not the same. And I keep talking about this, and I'm like, even if you do not believe, okay, in anything, and you're one of these people that believes, oh, all women are the same. What are you talking about, Jay? People have done personality tests since day one, okay? And I talk about 3 different major types on this channel, but a lot of times people are not used to my types. And so there's no real scientific proof. You can't read a book where I've talked about it. So I lean sometimes into Myers-Briggs. And while I do think Myers-Briggs is a little bit more confusing because they have 16 personality types, the thing I will say about it is this was years and years and years of study, lots of dollars gone into it. And these scientists came out and said that there are 16 personality types according to what they believe. And even now, I talk about 3 major personality types, and we talk about introversion and extroversion, and that makes 6 personality types. And then I talk about hybrids, which brings up 12 personality types. And I know a lot of Christians are not going to like what I have to say, but I'm just going to be real. If you think about the horoscope, a lot of people believe that the horoscope is a personality, and therefore you have 12 personality types. All right. And then there's other personality tests out there. They'll give you 10, 7, 9, 5, 4. So personality is real. No matter what you believe, it's real. Okay. And there are men out there that are attracted to women that are a lot more confident. That's how a lot of people try to say it. Okay. They're a lot more outgoing. Okay. And as you go towards those women in the dating space, we call those women masculine. And those women will do whatever they have to do to win. That's just their life. That's what they believe. And they will kind of try to weasel their way here, there, and everywhere in order to win. Now, the thing that I am going to tell you, and this is the key element of this particular video, is that I'm not saying you can't date any woman, because there are really great, quote unquote, masculine women. There's lots of really great ones. Okay, just because a woman is outgoing doesn't mean she's a bad woman. In fact, one of my really good friends is outgoing. She is that type of woman, but she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And she was 100% faithful to her husband and the whole 9 yards. And she's, very attractive and all these other types of things. So what am I saying here? This is why I tell men, okay, you need a 90-day rule. Men do. You need a 90-day rule. You might have heard it when it comes to women, but I am telling you as men, have a 90-day rule. And I know this is very difficult. Okay, because a lot of women will look down on you if you're not having sex with them. I mean, you see, it's a Christian channel, so really, I would prefer for you to, be abstinent until you're married. However, if you just cannot do that, at least try to wait as long as you can. A month is good. 2 months is great. 3 months is awesome. And the reason why it's awesome is because you won't end up in situations like this. See, women know the good man from the bad man. We've kind of gone over this over and over again, but at the end of the day, when a woman is in trouble, she seeks out the good man. It never fails. She knows who he is. She knows what he looks like, and she tries to make it work. But the problem is, when she does this, she is now in a situation, okay, where she might push into the man to try to get that good man, quote unquote, to take care of her. Because now her back's up against the wall. And she knows that this is a really great out. And some women, there's actually a lot of women that know how to go through the paces. They do. They truly do. They know how to go through the paces. They're like, well, I can be a good wife to him. I can live under him. I can do this. He might not necessarily be the most attractive guy to me. He might not necessarily be my cup of tea, but I think I can learn to love him. And so therefore, I'm willing to play this game of house if he will accept me. But I've got to get myself out of this situation. And so a lot of men are not, you all aren't attracted to the mind. Y'all just aren't, I was actually out with a friend, and I might have said this in another video, and I was out with him, and it was really interesting because we were sitting around talking, having a good time, and I was telling him about this woman, that came out to the group every blue moon, and very attractive woman. I mean, honestly, she's up there. I mean, I would think most men would see her as extremely attractive. I mean, most men would see her as an 8 or a 9. Okay, and I was telling him about her, and he just wanted to talk to her. He was like, okay, cool. I would love to talk to her. And I said, hold on. I'm just letting you know she's really not a nice person. I was like, she's actually mean and nasty and really evil. And I was like, her personality is not that can't be cordial, but she's just controlling. And it's just, I was like, dude, it's just awful. I was like, out of all the women I know, I was like, she's not personality wise any woman that I would even put she's at the bottom. I'll put it that way. I met a lot of women in my life, but her personality puts her closer to the bottom. And he still wanted to date her because he saw a picture of her. And I spent about 5 minutes trying to encourage him not to date her. And see, this is how men get themselves messed up, because they're so concerned about the outside of the woman, and they're not concerned about the inside of the woman. And that is part one. Men, you have to be concerned about her mind and her heart. Men, you have to be concerned about her mind and her heart. Men, you have to be concerned about her mind and her heart. If those two things aren't there, you have to leave her alone. It doesn't matter how attractive she is. Okay? That is a trap about to snap onto you. And a lot of women are very nice and sweet when they first meet you. Okay? But they can be vipers or snakes or doggone pit bulls or whatever, frame of terminology you want to use later on. So what you have to do, okay, is you need to give her time. And if a woman is pregnant and she comes to you knowing that she's pregnant, even if she's known for 20 days or 30 days, it can get a little muddy because now she meets you and within a week of meeting you, it's a one-night stand. Or maybe, it just the relationship turns sexual. But now you're already on her little hook. Why are you on that hook? Because now you don't know. She knows. And what's always been interesting to me about all these paternity tests, whether I've seen them on Paternity Court, whether I've seen them on Maury Povich, where I've seen them wherever, most of the women know. They know. But they will get on national TV with a medical exam that is like 99.9% accurate and risk their embarrassment behind a lie that they will hold until they cannot hold it anymore. They do it over and over again. So this is a behavior that women do and have done for literally millennia to protect themselves. It just is. You can't get mad at it. See, some of y'all gonna get mad. Y'all be, get these women, forget. No. See, just like we want women to take accountability, I'm trying to get you to take accountability. You did not have to sleep with her. You could have tried to wear a condom, but I'm encouraging you guys, don't even do that. Do not allow any of you to come out while you are with this woman for the first 90 days. She says, hey, we don't have to have sex. I'll just go down on you. No. Hey, I'll just, do with my hands. No. Well, you can just pull out. No. Leave all of you inside of you. Therefore, you know that it ain't got nothing to do with you. And after 90 days, if she has truly been pregnant that whole time, like I said, babies have a timer to them. So within 9 to 10 months, that baby will be born. But if you know that you had sex with her in April, okay, but you met her on January 1st, and then that baby tried to pop up in October, doggone well that baby ain't yours, because your baby would have been coming at after Christmas. So you need to make sure that you protect yourselves, and I'll need men to take accountability for protecting themselves. Do I feel bad for the man? He went to jail for 5 years. Yes, I 100% feel for him. But at the same time, the Bible warns men about women. It warns them in Proverbs 5 and Proverbs 7. It says, stay away from the promiscuous woman, that she will hurt you, that she will lead you towards death. Again, see, y'all think that the Bible, I know a lot of people find my channel and then they think I'm just going to be trying to preach to them 100% Jesus is coming from the sky and he wants you to love your fellow neighbor and yeah, I do care about Jesus. Jesus is awesome. He is. He really is awesome. But there's so much practical knowledge in the Bible. Proverbs will literally save your life. I've always encouraged people to read. If you can't read nothing else in the Bible, nothing else, read Proverbs and read Matthew. If you can't read nothing else before you die, it ain't that much. It literally would take you 5 minutes a day. And like what I do is I read, or what I encourage you all to do is like every day you read one chapter of Proverbs. Proverbs has 31 chapters. So that's about a month. So on the first of the month, you read chapter 1. Second of the month, you read chapter 2, and so on. If the month doesn't have 31 days, don't worry about it. Just read to chapter, like February, read to chapter 28, and then you go into March, start over with chapter 1. And then every other month, you go and you read Matthew. And you read Matthew in the same way. And you do it over and over again until you don't have to have it memorized. A lot of people think you have to memorize it. No, I don't want you to memorize it. I want you to be comfortable with it. I want you to have it when you're going through something, something in the back of your mind says, yeah, it says that women that are too promiscuous, yeah, this is a bad situation. And it just gives you that pop in your spirit, that little bit of knowledge that gets you out of a bad situation. And that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give you knowledge to help you get out of a bad situation. Because, see, a lot of people think that the Bible is all these rules and regulations of all the things that you can't do and all that kind of stuff. But they don't understand half of what the Bible is about. Most of the Bible is really advice. It is not rules. And there's a lot of people that'll fight over that, that argue over that. But Christians believe in what Jesus said. And Jesus said there's only 2 rules. He said it. And any Christian out there, if y'all want to fight me over it or whatever, again, I'm going to look at you and I'm going to put scripture up there that is going to defy what you say. I don't care what your pastor says. I don't care. Okay? Jesus says it straight up. Love God with all your heart, your soul, your spirit. He says straight up, love God. And how hard is it to love a God that loves you? I don't understand why people don't love God. God has not done anything to you, ever. People have done stuff to you. And God has to allow every human being the ability to make mistakes, even if that mistake hurts you. So it has nothing to do with God. It has to do with other people. Put the blame where the blame should be. The second part, love your neighbor as yourself. And a lot of people get this confused. Okay, because a lot of people literally do try to love others, with this energy of, I like, chocolate cake. So everybody that I run into, I'm going to give them chocolate cake, even if they say they like vanilla cake. No, the true essence of this is to care about them the way you care about yourself, not necessarily treat them. You need to know what they want and give them what they want, because you would want somebody to give you what you want, right? Makes sense. So really what God is saying is play nice. All of my little children, play nice. That's all he's saying. He's saying if somebody's married, don't try to sleep with his wife. If somebody has a car, don't steal his car. If somebody has something else out there that you want, God is saying, work for it. Don't take it because you were mad or angry or frustrated. But in essence, don't we all want that? Even the thief doesn't want anybody to steal from them. A man could go out tomorrow. Like I say, let's be real. He could go out tomorrow, steal a Lexus, take it to a chop shop or wherever, get some money. Let's say he made $5,000 or $10,000 on this Lexus thievery that he did. Well, what if as soon as he got home or was on his way home, somebody came up to him and at gunpoint took his $10,000? Would not even that thief be upset that someone stole from him? You see what I'm saying? So no matter who we are and what we have done, we don't want other people doing that to us. And because we don't want it done to us, we should not do it to others. And that's all Jesus was saying. So those really are the rules of the Bible. Everything else, God is trying to be a father, and he is trying to teach you how to have the best life possible. And what he teaches people, both men and women, is he tells them, stop doing all this foolishness. And that you have all these people that want to hurt you. The beginning of Proverbs says one of the biggest hurts is talking about relationship hurt. When a woman that is coming in, because I'm talking to the men today, when a woman is coming in and she wants to do you wrong, but you're not wise enough to see it, and you allow it because you think she's so beautiful, you think, oh, okay, I'm going to get me some tonight, whatever it is, and then you end up paying the cost. And that's why the Bible says it will cost you your life. It cost this man 5 years of his life, plus the agony of what he has to go through, and even the fact that he is on a doggone in court on a television show. All because he slept with a woman, and it was maybe, 15 minutes of pleasure, 30 minutes of pleasure? So for 30 minutes of pleasure, he ended up with a 5-year sentence. And all I'm saying is, yes, we can feel his pain. And I do feel his pain. But men, be smart. Wait 90 days. Wait 90 days. Wait 90 days. And then you won't have this problem. You won't have to worry about it. You will know what is true and you will know what is fact. Okay? And if you can't control yourself for 90 days, you got issues. I'm just being real. I don't care if you're 18. Because if you're 18, I'm just being real. Like I said, I'm going to be real in this video. Okay, I think I might just start being real, period, in a lot of my videos. If you got to masturbate, dude, just masturbate. Okay, get it. If you got to get it out, get it out. Make sure she ain't there. Like I said, don't do it in front of her. Because, see, women will scoop that stuff up. And they have actually ruled in the favor of women, where they'll have women, a man will come, he'll be around a woman, he has sex with her, he basically goes in the condom, right? Because that's the whole point of the condom, is to hold the sperm in. And then he basically goes, takes the condom off. Sometimes people tie it off or whatever, and he throws it in the trash, and he goes about his life. But then the woman comes in, grabs the condom out of the trash, takes the turkey baster, shoots it up inside of herself, and now genetically that's his child. And so now he has to deal with it, okay, whether or not he meant to or not. And he could try to come up with every excuse in the world, but I am telling you, before you go through it, don't do it. That's why I say, don't have any emission outside of your body while she is present, okay, for 90 days. You make sure that she is nowhere in the world that could touch her in any way. You want to take it fully out of your mind. You want to be able to sleep at night and have peace. Don't do it. Okay? That way, you'll be fine. All right? And like I said, I do think this woman is wrong. I think she didn't take accountability. But I also think the man did not take accountability because he didn't have to do it. And I think we as men have to also kind of wise up and be like, yeah, she fine, but I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. And put ourselves in a much better situation. So anyway, every other Thursday, we do Thursday Talks right here. So we will basically reach out and we will do that. It's a lot of fun. Please come out, hang out, let's do it. And then I also wanted to just say, hey, if you're new to the channel and you like it, you want to get married, please go ahead and hit that button. Please like, please subscribe. And I am going to see you all in the very next video.